I served on a legislative study commission for election law review in 1996. Over the years, I've advocated for fairer ways to conduct elections. I've spoken about election reform at the legislature and in local settings around the Triangle region. Requiring voters to produce a government-issued photo ID in order to vote is a remedy in search of a problem. There is very little, if any, evidence that fraudulent voting has been a problem in our elections. If there had been, we know that a lot of candidates would have appealed and contested, a lot of losing candidates would have appealed their election losses, and that just has not happened. There could be some reasonable examination of voters' identity to assure that they are who they are and that they are at the correct polling place. When I was coming over here 10 years or so ago, Republicans were advocating a different voter ID proposal. The proposal then would have accepted a utility bill, a rent receipt, or some similar identification. The utility bill or rent receipt would be checked against the name and address on the voter registration list. If everything matched, the person would be allowed to vote. So I don't know why the proposal now has become so much more onerous. Republicans may have wanted to appear reasonable and moderate when you were in the minority. Now that you have enough legislative votes to push through just about anything you want to, perhaps there's not so much need to be reasonable. Most of us in this room take for granted our driver's license or other forms of government-issued photo ID, but many people don't have those. They are young, they are poor, they are older people who don't drive or don't own a car. They are the elderly and the infirmed who don't often leave their residence, except when someone else takes them out. I recently was working with a lady who resides in an assisted living facility. She hasn't had a driver's license in years, nor any other kind of photo ID. If this law passes, she would have an additional burden placed on her ability to vote. For these and other fellow citizens, having to obtain a government-issued photo ID would be a genuine hardship. Even a free ID would impede many people from voting, and a free ID card from the government obviously is not free. It would be one more unnecessary expense that should not be added to the taxpayer's burden. This new requirement for voting is not fair and is not needed. I urge you to reconsider before pushing through something that unfairly and needlessly restricts many of our citizens from exercising their right to vote. Thank you very much.